y of s, and in general output is convolution of input and impulse response. In system analysis, input is x of t, output is y of t, system behavior is h of t, frequency domain it is x of s, h of s, y of s. In general, output or response is one and the same. It is nothing but y of t. Output is convolution of input and impulse response. And if you take it in frequency domain, convolution in time domain is multiplication in frequency domain. Multiplication in frequency domain. If you derive from this, making h of s as the subject, it will be y of s by x of s, and this is called transfer function or system function or frequency response. Transfer function, system function or frequency response. Okay, and if you see, if input is del of n, impulse signal, output is called impulse response. This is the system. This is the system. Input is impulse signal means output is called impulse response. If input is, sorry, t I have to take continuous time domain. If input is step signal, output is called step response. Output name is step response if input is step signal. Okay. So in that fashion, if it is asked, for example, the same thing I am taking, del of t plus del of 3 minus t. Okay. So find the frequency response. Find the frequency response. Okay. So what is the frequency response here? You have to apply the Laplace transform. Then frequency response will come. This is time domain. Okay. Frequency response means apply the Laplace transform. So it is 1. Here it is time shifting property 1 into e power minus 3s. 1 into e power minus 3s. And 1 into anything is the same. Okay. So 1 plus e power minus 3s is the frequency response for the given signal. Okay, is the frequency response for the given signal. Given signal is del of t plus del of t minus 3. Find the frequency response. Answer is 1 plus e power minus 3s. Okay, so all these are about Laplace transform. We have two more properties, which is initial value theorem, final value theorem. Initial value theorem and final value theorem. We have two properties, initial value theorem and final value theorem. So initial value means we will be calculating x of 0, which is limit s tends to infinite, s into x of s. In the question they will be giving x of s. Final value theorem means we are finding x of infinite, and opposite we have to put it here, s approaches 0. Left side 0 means right side infinite, limit, okay, limit will be s approaches infinite. Left side infinite means right side in the limit it is s approaches 0, s into x of s. These are initial value, final value theorem problems. Now I am going with a problem. Find, okay, final value for x of s equal to 7s plus 10 divided by s into s plus 2. Okay, so now what is the formula? Coming to the solution, what is the formula? X of infinite equal to limit s approaches 0, s into x of s. X of s is given in the question. So limit s approaches 0, s into x of s is 7s plus 10 divided by s into s plus 2. This s and s will get cancelled. Okay, so what I will do, directly you cannot, yes, what I can do is, seven s plus 10, and directly I can substitute, it becomes 10 divided by 2, which is 5. 10 divided by 2, the final value is 5. Okay, final value is 5. I will go with one more problem. Already in the regular class we have done. Okay, so if they are asking initial value, how you will do it? Initial value, how you will do it? Left side it is final value. Left side it is final value. For initial value calculation, it is limit s approaches infinite, s into x of s. So if you take s approaches infinite, s into, in the given question they are giving 7s plus 10 by s into s plus 2. This s and s will get cancelled. Okay, and here how I can proceed is limit 1 by s will approaches 0. If s approaches infinite, 1 by s approaches 0. Divide numerator and denominator with s. Divide numerator and denominator with s. It will become 7 plus 10 by s. Denominator is 1 plus 2 by s. Okay, and here it is limit. Substitute the limit. Wherever 1 by s is there, you can put 0. I am dividing numerator and denominator with s. I am dividing numerator and denominator with s. Okay, and hence 1 by s. 1 by s 0 means s value infinite. Okay, 1 by infinite is nothing but 0. So 7 plus 0 divided by 1 plus 0, which is nothing but 7. Initial value it is 7. Final value we are getting 5. Initial value it is 7. Final value we are getting 5. Okay, so x of s will be given in the question. Initial value and final value. This is the procedure. This is the procedure. This problem very important. You may get questions both in initial value as well as final value. You may get question. Okay. Next, what is the thing? System analysis. I told you. Okay. This system function, frequency response. This equation 1. Okay. This is also important. Differentiation property I have told you. Okay. Then this problem also important. This problem also important. We may get 2-3 questions on this. Laplace transform. You have something called energy spectral, power spectral density. Okay. For example, you are having x of t. I am going back to Fourier transform. You are having x of t. Its Fourier transform is x of j omega. This is time domain, and on the other side it is frequency domain. In the frequency domain, you can calculate magnitude and phase angle. Magnitude means mod x of j omega, and the phase angle means it is angle of x of j omega. And from the magnitude, if you take square of the magnitude, from the magnitude, if you take square of the magnitude, it is modulus x of j omega whole square. If you draw a graph, x-axis is omega, y-axis is mod x of j omega whole square. This graph, okay, let the graph be something like this. This graph is called energy spectrum. Energy spectrum, okay. So energy spectral density, power spectral density, a topic is there. And this is the background about energy spectrum, power spectrum. In Fourier transform, x of t is the signal, frequency domain. After applying Fourier transform, okay, x of j omega will come. For this we can calculate magnitude, and for this we can calculate phase angle. Magnitude will be like this, phase angle will be like this. Okay, phase angle. And for the magnitudes, if you take square of the magnitude, it is called energy of the signal. It is called energy of x of t signal. Energy of x of t signal you can tell. Okay, energy of the signal x of t. That energy is modulus x of j omega whole square. Energy is modulus x of j omega whole square. If you draw a graph between, y-axis this energy, x-axis omega, that is called energy spectrum. Okay, the graph is called energy spectrum. Graph is called energy spectrum. This is also one of the important concept what you have to remember. Important thing what you have to remember.